In the Page Builder video, we looked at how to get started creating your pages. In fact, if I click on Pages over here in my WP admin area, we'll see the two demo pages that we created, Demo 1 and Demo 2. So let's start out by going into the live editor here for our first demo page that we built, the one that's a blank page. If I just click on Demo 1, you'll see I have the two options here to either go into the Page Builder or to go straight to the live editor. So I'm going to go straight to the live editor and just launch that. And it will launch in a lightbox just as before. Once here in the live editor, now we just start adding elements, and it's super easy to do. I'm going to get started by clicking Add a New Row. Now I can choose simple layouts, like one column or multiple columns all of equal width, or I can get a little bit more complex and choose one of these more complex layouts. I'm going to add a one column layout here first. So I'll select it and scroll down and click Insert into Page. This is where I can choose what elements I'd like to include in this row that I've just added. So I'm going to click Add Element. This pulls up the OptimizePress element browser. Using the element browser, you can now select what it is you'd like to add to your page. Do you want to add two columns of text, some arrows, an audio player, a bullet block, and as you can see as I scroll through here, you have tons and tons of options. Now, within the element browser, it is searchable, so you can just type in what you want to add here. So if we wanted to add a headline, I'll just type headline, and it pulls up the headline element. Now if I click that, it's going to take us over here to where we can choose the style of headline we'd like. We have different headline options, as you can see. You can scroll through these and check out what you have there, decide what you want to add. Let's add this kind of headline. That looks kind of fun. And then we'll put the text for our headline. And then if I scroll down in this window, I can change the size of the text. Let's make it a big headline. I can change the font if I'd like. I'm going to leave it to the theme default. And you can change the color, etc. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to keep it centered. And I'm going to click Insert down here at the bottom. Now we have added our headline. And if we come over here on the left and click Show Hide Controls, this will get rid of these control elements that you see there so that we can get a good preview of what our page might look like. Now the other way we can do this is we can click Save and Continue at any point in the process, and once it has saved, we can click to view the public link, and it will open up in a new tab or new window for us so that we can actually take a look and preview our page. So let's go ahead and add a couple other elements to our page. Back here in the element browser, I'm going to click the Show Hide Controls again, and I'm going to add a new element into this same row that we already added. And let's say we just want to add a little descriptive text box. There we go, a text block right there. I'll go ahead and click on that, and I'll go ahead and add in our text, and then I'll click Insert. So now we have a headline, we have some introductory text, and that looks pretty good. Let's add another row here. We'll add a two-column row this time. Scroll down and click Insert. So now it's showing us our two columns. And on this side, let's say we want to have a little video. So I'll click on Video Player, and I'll select this. And here we can select which type of video we're going to put in. We can use embed code. This would be for if you're using Easy Video Suite or Wistia or something like that. Or we could use a URL. That's if you just have the URL from Amazon S3 or wherever you're hosting your video and you want to use the built-in player. Or if it's video from YouTube, you can go ahead and grab the YouTube video URL. I'm going to go ahead and enter in a YouTube URL. Now if I scroll down, you'll notice you can customize things. You can have it autoplay or not. You can hide the YouTube controls, etc. I'm just going to leave it as is and click Insert. Now it's going to show us that we have a placeholder here at this point for our video. And then over here, why don't we go ahead and add an opt-in form? I'm going to click Add Element. Then I'm going to search for an opt-in box. Click here and it'll show us our different styling options for opt-in boxes. So you can scroll through these, select the one you want. I'll just select this one. And now we can start configuring our opt-in form. So the first thing we want to do is choose an integration type. I'm going to click on this select menu here, and because I've integrated Aweber with my OptimizePress at the API level, Aweber appears in this list. Whichever email marketing service or services you've connected at the API level through the OptimizePress dashboard will be displayed here in this select menu. So I'm going to select Aweber. Once I select Aweber, it's now connecting to my Aweber account, and it's pulling up a list here of the different lists I have set up already in my Aweber account. Now this is a demo Aweber account, so I just have the one list, but that's fine. I'll select this one. Next, I need to specify my thank you page URL. This would be the page somebody sent to as soon as they fill out the form. So if I'm using double opt-in, I would probably want to put the URL of a page here that specifies that they need to go check their email address to confirm their email. So whatever that page might be, I'll just put a page in here for now. And if I need to add extra fields, I can do that here. But I'm going to leave this just as it is so I can show you how simple it is to integrate an Aweber opt-in form. Look at that. We've got our first name, we've got our email address, and we've got a button. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got so far. I'm going to click Show Hide Controls. This page is already starting to look pretty nice. Now I think maybe I'll want a little text up above the opt-in form. So let's go ahead and tick this on again. And then I'm going to add a new element over here in this area. And I'm just going to add a headline here. And I'll do a standard headline, and the text is going to be great. And we'll set the size of that right there, and we'll leave everything else as it is and click Insert. So now we have a little headline here. Now obviously I want this headline to be up above, so I'm going to come hover over this element, and you'll see I have some options. It's kind of hard to see them, but I'll mouse over them so you can see them really well. First option is to edit it. If I wanted to go in and edit that text, change the size, change the color, change the wording, whatever, I would click this little edit icon. Here I have a settings icon. Here is the one we're looking for. This is the one if we want to move this element, and here we can also delete the element. So I'm going to click and drag on this move the element option, and I'm going to drag it up above, and now my headline is up above our form. Great. So you get the idea. You can add elements, you can delete elements, you can drag elements around however you'd like them, and when you want to preview what your page might look like, you click the Show Hide Controls button and it'll give you a good preview. If you want to actually see it, go ahead and save and continue. Once it's saved, click on the View Public link and it'll open up your page in a new window so you can take a look at what we've got. So here's our video, we've got our headline, our text, another little headline over here with our opt-in form that's already connected to our Aweber account. So as you can see, it's very easy to use the live editor. When you're ready to publish your page, over here in the left column of the live editor, simply change Draft to Publish. Then click Save and Continue. Now if we go over to our All Pages list, we'll see that our Demo 1 page has now been published. If we launch our other demo page into the live editor, you can start to see the power of those content templates, because those content templates come pre-populated with lots of default elements already positioned and styled to look really nice. Now you can go in and edit these just as we did when we started with a blank page, but right out of the box you already have some really great elements that you can just go into, edit, and make your own. One other thing I wanted to point out here in the live editor. When you edit any one of these elements, you'll notice up at the top, in many places, you'll find this little icon right here. If you click on that icon, depending on where you're at within OptimizePress, it will open up a corresponding help video or article to help you on your way. And that's the live editor. So don't be afraid to go click around in the live editor, remembering that any elements you add, you can configure or edit or change or even delete later if you'd like to. Now go build some pages.